Well, what is up, everybody? We are coming your way straight from the green room here at the Lynn Haven campus. I'm Jason Brown.
What's up, Jason?
And welcome to the Flipside. Why am I so loud right now? I don't know. I'm so excited. I haven't done the Flipside in feels like forever.
You're not loud. You're just normal.
I'm gonna go live on Instagram real quick. Let me do this. Let's set this right here. Ooh.
Okay.
Is there
We're
anything
going
in the cup?
Instagram.
On
You
Instagram,
can switch over to vertical if you want.
on Instagram, straight flexing. I don't have the login for Grace. I'm just doing it on mine. So.
Oh, okay. You got to follow Jason Brown.
This is true. You have to follow. Please follow me. I need those followers because I'm trending. All right. Hey, welcome to Flipside. We're going to hop right into these questions because I have done enough bantering. Ryan, you call it evil, but do we really need to call children misbehaving a form of evil? They're still learning.
They are still learning. This is actually the feedback my wife gave me last night when I was sharing the sermon with her. So I specifically said that my nephew is not evil, but we do sometimes see the worst parts of our humanity in them. And so, I don't know. I think I would say that there is capacity for every human being, whether you're young or you're old, for evil. But yeah, I mean, my nephew, he's learning, he's figuring it out. But I think he can be an example sometimes of how we love somebody, we love everything about them, we would never want harm to come to them, we would never want them to feel like they were being judged or condemned for their behavior, but we also want them to grow and change and move on. So yeah, sorry if that was unclear in the message.
Thank you for clarifying.
We love children.
We do love. It's true. We are 4 kids. It's very true. Thank you for clarifying that.
Do you have anything to add?
I don't. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing of consequence that would sound good right now. You nailed it.
Cool.
You nailed it enough. Better than anything I could say. Well done. Hey, next question. Ryan, this person says they're trying to help a friend who's in a terrible marriage. She feels God is calling her to stand firm and fight for her marriage. I agree with her, but feels she needs to take measures to prepare herself to be on her own. She resists doing anything to help prepare herself. Am I wrong to suggest she does this?
I don't think you're wrong to suggest that someone be wise and practical in how they respond to a situation in life. I think, even as God calls us to things that require faith and courage, he doesn't tell us to ignore the practicalities of life. So I don't think you're wrong in encouraging that, in advocating for that. I also, unfortunately, you can't control this friend. You can't decide what they do or how they live their life. And so you can advocate for it, you can speak wisdom, but ultimately it's up to them to see how they respond in this situation. And I commend this friend to fight for something that's hard because she feels like God's calling her to it. I had a mentor one time say, he's another pastor, and he said, as long as 2 people are still married, I will fight for that relationship. I will fight for them to be married. I will encourage it. I will fight for that to happen. But as soon as a couple decides we can't do this anymore and they separate or they divorce, immediately I become like for those people, and I fight for them to find healing and find compassion and find love. And so, yeah, I just thought that was like a really good way to look at a situation like this. Like
he's fighting for them on an individual basis.
Right. Like let's fight for the relationship as long as it is. As soon as it's over, let's show grace and compassion.
That's good.
So sort of like a good paradigm for me to think through. As it's not like, oh, this relationship failed and now there's like a 6-month period where we're kind of going to be like, I'm not sure about you guys. But no, like immediately we shift to caring for and loving people in the midst of hard things.
That's so good. And for whomever asked this question, I just want to encourage in this season that your friend is going through, and regardless of what the outcome may be, this individual is going to need good people around her. She's going to need a community because whether the marriage continues and it grows and it becomes something that thrives, you're going to need community. She's going to need a friend to be there for her to like process all of this, and especially if the marriage ultimately doesn't work out, she's especially going to need people, good people, to help process and grieve and mourn and to lift up. So keep fighting the good fight.
Yeah, and definitely maintain the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, don't push away or, advocate so strongly for what you want that it pushes this person away.
This is really good. I'm just going to double check. This may be potentially our last question, and it is, Ryan, where is the line between forgiving someone and hoping for change and telling them no more?
It's a really good question, and I wish we could answer that in 2 minutes. Well, I think one of the lines that we can draw, and I mentioned it in the message, is when there's abuse happening, when someone is being verbally, emotionally, physically abusive, that is the line of no more. And you need to cease and desist that relationship, remove yourself, separate yourself from that person until a lot more healing and a lot more trust can be built in that process. And so we would love to help you in that. GraceBible.Church/care. Come to Celebrate Recovery. So that is absolutely a line that you need to draw. I encourage you to draw. I think in terms of forgiving someone and hoping for change, I think this is where we really have to be people who set good personal boundaries in our relationships. Because we can forgive someone and we can hope for change in a way that allows that to happen without it, like opening ourselves up to harm, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't know if, so I guess I'm saying, I'm not really sure how to answer. Anyone else from the gallery?
From the gallery, anyone? Anyone? Oh, gotcha. Sorry. For those who are watching right now, our wives are literally standing over.
We need to phone some wives.
We do. Keep your phone. Yeah. So the question goes: where is the line between forgiving someone and hoping for change, and telling them no more? Yeah, come on.
Ooh, my wife Emily is gonna come. On to the flip side. Welcome.
Come here.
You get.
Yeah, we get Emily squared.
2 Emilys. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say, hold the mic, that I think this is also where community comes in, because when you're in something deep like that, it's really hard to do that alone, whether it's to choose what boundaries others are going to be, or even just to keep those boundaries in place. Yeah, so that was the first thing.
Close to it that you can't always see things clearly.
Yeah. So that was what I was going to add.
It's really good.
So good. That's straight from a licensed couples therapist. So
Yeah, and you could call a therapist, because they're also really good at helping set boundaries and to find what your boundaries need to be at any given time.
EmilyBrownLevis.com. Okay.
There you go. There's a flag. Ryan, I think
Super good. Sometimes when you don't know where their line is, bringing other people in and helping them,
100%.
having them help you see it. Because basically, like, behind that line that I mentioned, like, it's all kind of gray and not always clear. So, good stuff. Hope that helped.
Hope so. Those who are watching now or via playback, I can freely admit this. Ryan and myself, we married up. We did.
Married up.
We did.
Well done, Jace.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for joining us on the flip side. For those who are watching now or those who are watching via playback, please, we encourage you to stay connected with us via all of our social media platforms, Facebook, GFam, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will see you guys right back here after all the services. Until then, we will catch you
On the flip side.
flippity side.
Peace.
Russell Brown.